The third eye is our greatest gift to connect us to Source and remind us of a universe much more mystical than that which we perceive with our physical senses. It's through the awakening of the third eye and its corresponding pineal gland that we're able to attain supernatural feats of telepathy, psychic vision, and an intimate connection with God. Rare is a conversation on consciousness well-being without a mention of the pineal gland. Its prevalence is more than a fad, it's an imperative first step to attaining our full human potential. The pineal gland is a pea-sized gland shaped like a pine cone, located in the middle of the brain. Once a revered tool of seers and mystics, it's now largely dormant, its divine purpose partly lost over the ages. It's the organ of supreme universal connection, and its significance appears in every culture throughout the world. The chakra system is the way the spirit moves within the physical body, how spirit animates form. The chakras can be imagined as wheels of energy to remain balanced and open for optimal human function. If stagnation appears within the chakra system, the physical body will be affected with unease, depression, and even illness. Chakras are energy centers, whereas organs have defined locations. The chakras are ruled by the organs but are not confined to a specific location. The heart chakra, for instance, is in the center of the chest, while the physical heart is on the left side. Similarly, the third eye chakra is located in the center of the forehead near the pineal gland. The pineal gland is known as the third eye chakra, or Ajna chakra in the Hindu system. A closed ajna is said to lead to confusion, uncertainty, cynicism, and pessimism. Every esoteric tradition heralded the third eye as our connection to spirit. It's the space between humans and God, moving us from the isolation experienced in the human condition. Through an open and vibrant third eye, we find our highest source of ethereal energy. A return path to God is offered when one works to expand third eye awareness. The pineal gland's significance has been suppressed over the ages and was long discarded as a vestigial organ. The Greeks maintained it ruled thought, while René Descartes held it as the seat of the soul. The pineal was and is something of an enigma. Such controversy over something so small hints at its extraordinary legacy. While the physical eyes perceive the physical world, the third eye sees the true world, a unified whole with an unyielding connection to God. In this way, the third eye acts as the captain seat of our soul. Biologically speaking, we can see how the functions of the pineal gland contribute to a metaphysical universe. Glands by design secrete important hormones. Melatonin is produced by the pineal gland, controlling our circadian rhythms and reproductive hormones. This makes the pineal a master regulator of time, affecting not only our sleep patterns but also our sexual maturation. More than just sleep regulating, the melatonin release also affects our stress and ability to adapt to a changing world. Quite simply, our happiness and well-being is directly affected by harmony in the pineal. Though the function of the pineal still remains elusive, several recent assertions connect dimethyltryptamine, DMT, to the pineal gland. DMT is a naturally occurring substance that brings vivid visuals and profound psychic encounters. It's the doorway to God from within, and is the subject of much excitement. Certain plants also contain DMT and are ingested ceremonially across the world to aid in consciousness expansion. Such access to the divine is highly sought, and is currently experiencing a resurgence for sincere spiritual seekers. The implications of it being within us already open even more intrigue, hinting at just how little we know. If the pineal is the seat of the soul, it is only too fitting that DMT lives there too. Most animals have a pineal gland. Descartes, in his famed studies of the pineal, falsely asserted only humans carry this sacred organ. That has been proven untrue, and it's now suspected that an animal's pineal gland gives them instinct. In fact, an animal's pineal is often much larger than that of humans. This makes sense, as their sources of food and water have not been fluoride treated the same way ours have. When unused, any muscle or organ becomes atrophied. In humans, with no true reliance on the pineal, we've allowed it to become dormant. Animals, on the other hand, are still relying on their pineal to preserve life. We've also witnessed groups of animals working as one mind. For example, when geese fly together, they do so in unison, communicating telepathically where to move. Starlings offer a powerful illustration of this one-mind concept. This is also a function of the pineal, which allows them to be in instant telepathy with one another. There's no individuality of thought. Rather, all are working as a collective whole for the welfare of the group. If we were able to capture this same unified consciousness for humans, we would quickly move into unity and deeply embrace the true field of oneness, knowing we are all connected. And some telepathy, another boon of the pineal, would certainly speed up the rate at which these new consciousness teachings can be shared. The reputation of the third eye lies far beyond its physical properties and becomes transcendent in its spiritual implications. Developing the third eye is the doorway to all things psychic: telepathy, clairvoyance, lucid dreaming, and astral projection. It's the quiet space within where we can touch God. The illusion of separation dissolves when we learn to master the far-reaching tools of the pineal gland. Because it's inside the brain but outside the mind, a paradox is formed, creating a loophole to escape the contradiction of this reality. The Egyptians taught that when we can contain this paradox, freedom is achieved. Every mystery school taught them metaphysical ways of being, how to be awake within the dream, to walk between realities and surpass the limitations of humanity. No teaching is without its doctrines on the third eye, as it's the first building block of all psychic skills. Without a solid mastery of this chakra, no spiritual connections are possible, and we're relegated to experiencing only a mundane third-dimensional life. In the days of ancient Egypt, when psychic development was at its peak, certain pineal exercises were developed. Rather than being the size of a pea, it's told that the pineal gland was the size of a peach. If you want to control the masses, you feed them fear and squash hope. Deactivating the pineal would then be a brilliant tactic to ensure no one can touch God. But instead, one must go through the sanctioned gateways, in most cases, the church. First, the importance of this gland is eradicated. Then ways to disconnect people from accessing this source of knowledge are implemented. The calcification of the pineal gland is common if the third eye is not being used. Certain foods and fluoride are also known to contribute to its calcification. So pump the people with fluoride and exalt the importance of calcium in every diet. This will surely blur the effectiveness of the pineal gland. And presto, most people over the age of 18 now have a calcified pineal, where a hard shell forms around the gland, and our access to the realms beyond this reality are effectively shut off. The pineal gland is shaped like a pine cone. To bolster claims of an organized effort to destroy our pineal, we can look to pine cone imagery throughout the world. It's a surprisingly common motif in sacred art. Why does every religion extol the image of a pine cone? They exalt the importance of the pineal for the masses and keep teaching the secrets to the select few. It's an effective smear campaign, and one I can gratefully say is coming to an end. Thankfully, most ritual art still carries the potent teachings which cannot be so easily extinguished. Consider the Eye of Horus, a literal depiction of the pineal gland resting inside the human brain. The Egyptians, Mayans, Kahunas, and others are still showing us the traditional ways to work with our third eye, if we can decipher the ancient cues. Side-by-side comparison of the Eye of Ra and a cross-section of the brain where the pineal is located. To reclaim the path to our inner doorway to ecstatic bliss and union with the source, we have 2 steps to complete. Nearly 80% of cities put fluoride in the water supply. Special filters can be purchased to remove this chemical. Or you can buy reverse osmosis water from your health food store. Be conscious of the fluoride found in toothpaste as well. It's now being suggested that calcium supplements are more detrimental than beneficial to our health. While some foods inhibit the pineal, others will help decalcify it. Chlorella, apple cider vinegar, and iodine will all help contribute to a healthy pineal. Once you decalcify the pineal gland, it's time to start using it to assist in all your spiritual endeavors. Many teachers will offer ways to activate the third eye. Drunvalo Melchizedek is also a respected resource and shares a pineal-enhancing technique called the beams of light. I'm a firm believer in intention. Set your intention that you're able to work with and expand your pineal, and that it serves you in seeing a larger world than the perceptions around you. Prayer is our bypass to God. The Egyptians used prayer to activate the third eye and dissolve the illusion of separation. Chant Uahua 100,000 times to melt away all barriers between yourself and the universe. 100,000, I'm still working on it. The yogic masters knew how to honor the body's inherent spirit. Their traditions and well-established principles offer ways to open the third eye. Once you begin working with your third eye, you will begin to receive guidance, messages, and visions. You must have the courage to follow through on what your intuition offers to readily strengthen your pineal. Meditation to open the third eye. Find a quiet and comfortable space to activate your third eye through intuition. Try a Kundalini masterclass or 6th chakra yoga practice to awaken your third eye. You will hear increasingly more about the third eye. Rather than keeping it as merely a topic of interest, you're encouraged by all the benevolence in the galaxy to use this, your most sacred way to connect to God. It's your secret blessing, the surest way for you to become all you have dreamed and imagined. Your third eye awareness is your birthright, and a way you can know within yourself the immense love of this immaculate universe. A gifted medium, healer, and intuitive, Andy Murphy walks with a foot in both worlds. As a child psychic, she quickly realized there was more to reality than what most people could see or touch. With a degree in psychology and a decade spent in corporate America, Andy admitted talking to angels and spirit guides was more fulfilling and left the 9 to 5 behind. She has devoted her studies to shamanic traditions, ancient civilizations, past lives, galactic activations, and vibrational healing, seamlessly weaving empowered spiritual guidance with effective transmutative healing. Known as the rock and roll shaman, Andy brings a spirited personality and vivacious attitude to the healing realms. Relying on the truth found in Akashic records, her work delivers conscious expansion and peace of mind to clients from all walks of life. From cosmic play to past life memories, she shifts her clients out the cobwebs in body, mind, heart, and soul to create a life that walks fearlessly down the path of truth. With a thriving practice in Colorado's foothills, Andy is passionate about sharing her knowledge and allowing her clients the space to embrace their own innate wisdom and tap into their highest potential.